How you doing? I'm Kevin O'Hara for alcoholmastery.com. Today's topic is that you cannot create more time, you can only create better choices, right? Now, everyone's got the same 24 hours in the day, right? You have got the same 24 hours, I've got the same 24 hours. And it makes no difference how you think about this, it makes a difference on how you use that 24 hours. That's what's going to make the massive difference at the end of the day. You know, making better choices doesn't equal getting you more time. Like I say, you've still got the same 24 hours in the day, right? You've still got the same amount of days in the week, the same amount of weeks in the month, right? You can't gain more time, but making better choices means that you make better use of your time, right? It means that you get up in the morning and you can achieve more in the same 24 hours than somebody else who's not making as good choices as you. You know, just think about this from the perspective of alcohol, for instance, right? Think about how much time you waste. You know, say you've got the same 24 hours as anyone else, but when you drink alcohol, you spend the time thinking about drinking alcohol, you spend the time actually drinking alcohol, and you spend the time in the consequences, you know, and God knows how long that lasts, right? I'm not talking about just the basic hangover consequences, I'm talking about everything else, right? Everything that's involved with drinking alcohol, all those, the hangover, and then the time that's your brain is still under the influence of alcohol for, you know, maybe weeks afterwards, after you've taken a heavy drink, before your brain gets back to normal. And then look at time from the perspective of memory loss, how much memories you have lost. I'm not talking about just things that you don't forget, but things that you don't remember. Once you've been drinking alcohol for a long time, right, your brain starts to shut down when you're drinking, right? So it starts to not even remember certain things. You know, that's what a blackout is. It's not something that you remember and you've forgotten. It's something that your brain isn't even aware that happened. You know, your brain is sort of shut down all the awareness that these things are happening in your life, and you know, you've lost it. Plus there's the actual memories that you've lost. You know, when you think about drinking, most drinking sessions, you might come home from work and you'll sit in the same couch and you drink the same stuff and you'll watch the same TV programs, and eventually this thing becomes the same old. One memory could be switched for a number of different days, a number of different months, you know. It all starts just accumulating as one big sort of drinking thing. This is what I do, I drink, and I haven't done anything differently, right? You know, for instance, you know, if you drink tonight, right, and you're drinking the same thing as you did last night, it could be last night, you could be remembering last night, it could be last week that you remember, it could be last year, a day last year, same thing, different day, right? What's to say that, you know, it wasn't a different day and it was the same thing happened? Do you understand what I mean? It's sort of everything becomes accumulated, and you know, what type of memory is that? Since I've only realized this, right, since I stopped drinking, that when you don't drink, you tend to do different things, you tend to remember different things, right? Because you're not caught up in doing this same old thing again, which revolves around alcohol. I mean, in order to drink alcohol, you've got to essentially do the same thing. You can't drink alcohol and go out driving your car, for instance, right? You can't drink alcohol and go walking, for instance, right? You can't drink alcohol and do so many different things. So once you are in that mode of drinking alcohol, you're isolated to doing a certain amount of things, sitting down, basically, being in a certain position, basically. You know, really, when you stop drinking, you are gifting yourself. You're giving yourself the biggest gift that you can ever give yourself, and that's the gift of time. Now, as I say, you don't get any more time, although you might do at the end of the day. You know, I hope that I've extended my life by stopping drinking. I hope, and I'm nearly sure that I have. You know, unless I get killed by a bus crossing the street, or unless an airplane falls on my head. I don't know. You know, anything like that could happen. But I know that if I was to live right until I die, right, from something, old age or whatever, right, that I'm going to live longer now because of the choices that I'm making now. And it all started out by stopping smoking, started out by stopping drinking, started out by changing a lot of the different things that I'm putting into my body and having a bit more respect for what I'm putting into my body, right? And that has gifted me more time, but it's gifted me more quality time. The time that I've got, the 24 hours in the day, the same 24 hours that you've got, I can now use in much more productive ways. I use them in much better ways. I make better choices, make better decisions. My brain is not fucked up, so I'm making better choices, I'm making better decisions. I'm able to think better, clearer thoughts, So, it's a way better life. It's a way better lifestyle. It's a better way of dealing with things, So you can never change the amount of time that you've got, right? Everyone's got 24 hours, but you can change what you do with that 24 hours. So I'll leave it there. If you want to come over to the website, we have quit drinking starter pack for those who are starting out, just a couple of different video courses to help you on your new journey, a couple of different books, and you'll get that by just giving us your email address and first name. It's absolutely free. Until next time, I'm Kevin O'Hara for alcoholmastery.com. Take good care of yourself, keep the alcohol out of your mouth, onwards and upwards, take care. All right, bye now, bye.